This is my second video, and this one I'm going to show because several people have asked me, how do I have my screen set up in Silhouette Business Edition, since so many of you are getting that and enjoying it. So I'm just going to show you how I have my screen set up, just my personal preference, and I also have it set up like this because I think it's the best for you guys to be able to see it when you're watching the videos on YouTube. So let's look at my screen now. So if we come down here to my screen, the first thing we can look at is come over to the very right hand side, and there's a thing that looks like a page. If you highlight over it or hover over it, it says open the page setup panel. So you can open that panel and you begin with the page area right here. So what I like to do is just open mine to automatic cameo size, and I click on this. Or I can make it the 12 by 12 size if I want to right here. It's the same thing. So it's 12 by 12, and that's basically what our Cricut mats are and what our Cameo mats are, and I think the Scan and Cut as well. So the next thing that I do is I go down, let's see, did I do anything else on here? Okay, yes. If I go over to the next button over, this is the grid settings. And if you'll notice, my grid is very, very faint on here, and that's the way I like it. I do like to see the grid, but I like it to be really faint. So to do that, all you do is come down here to the very bottom where the color is. Now you can change your grid to any color on here, right? Maybe you like a different color, but I like the gray. And then I take this little slider button and slide it way down so it's very, very pale, like as pale as I can get it and still see it. And I do have my division set to 2, so if you can see very clearly, well, let's see if I can zoom in. I don't know if you can zoom in on the mat. Yeah. So if I zoom in on this mat, maybe you can see, well, I'll show you, I'll make it darker. Now you can see that there are definitely 2 divisions. So this is the 1-inch mark here, and of course halfway between the 1-inch mark would be the 1/2-inch mark. So if I want to measure things in 1/2 inches, I can do it like that. So, but I'm going to make mine lighter again because I don't like those to show up very much. And I'm going to go back out. And if I go on this button right here, it says fit to window. See this one? Looks like a little 4-headed arrow with a window around it. If I go to that, it'll fit it right here into my screen's window. And my grid is still a little darker than what I like, so I'm going to move it a little lighter yet. I'm just dragging the slider down. Okay, there I can barely see it. Okay, but you may be saying, but you know what? My colors are different than yours. They don't look white or like this. All right, there's another setting you need to go to for that. Down here in the lower right-hand corner of your mat, there's this little thing that looks like, I don't know if that's a gear, but if you hover over it, it says Open Preferences Panel. So click on that. And then what I do is I go to the Display button, which is the third one over from the left. And notice here, for mine, I have Current Theme Light. There are different options you can have, light or dark. I have mine set to light. And for the background color, I also have mine set to light. And you can change, of course, your button sizes if you'd like to. And if I apply that, watch the buttons, they'll get a little larger. And then, of course, more of my buttons will be hidden over here on the right-hand side where I'll have to use that little flyout menu. And then more buttons will be down in here. So you can change this to whatever you like. You can have your buttons small if you'd like and apply. But my little old eyes like to have them either in the middle or going towards the large size, so I'll say apply. And animation, that's, I just leave mine right where it's set. And that's about it. I just say okay. And I believe that would make yours look just like mine if you changed your buttons to be the same that I have. So again, let me show you. I have the page size as 12 by 12. I have the cutting mat. I have that as Cameo 12 by 12. Okay, because that's what we have for our Cricut machines or our Cameo machines. And again, I believe for the Scan and Cut. And I do have, go to the next one. I do have the grid settings, show grid, show guides. I do not have snap to grid on. I do not like that on because that makes my objects just snap into place, and I don't always want them to be snapping where it thinks they should go. So I have that unchecked, but I do have snap to guides on. I have my rulers on. If I click that off, notice at the top of my mat what happens. See the ruler showing and then not. And I can measure things using that. The spacing, I have that at 1 inch because I want my grid at 1 inch spacings. And I have my divisions at 2. And again, I made mine very, very pale because I just want to see it and don't want to be bothered really by it. Just want a faint little bit of it to show. And then again, go down to the settings, little gear down at the bottom, and come over to where it says display. And you can note what I have mine at if you want yours to be the same as mine. I have it at light for the current theme, and I have it the background color at light. So that's it. I hope this helps, and I hope you're enjoying the software. Thanks again for joining me. Hey, don't forget to check out my links below. If you purchase anything or in the mood to purchase something, please use one of those. And I get a teeny tiny commission at no extra charge to you. And it helps me be able to buy supplies to make my tests for you. Also, make sure that you give this video a thumbs up and comment. Ask your friends to subscribe. I'm trying to get my subscription level up to 17,000. So all the help I can get, I appreciate. And that's about it. Thanks. Bye-bye.